be able to use a credit and debit card back in those days. No way. It was people were getting arrested and marched out of airports in orange suits because they used Bitcoin to buy a cannabis cookie. And then they were on the wanted list and they were marching people on with the TV cameras there. Wow. Why though? Why? You know, I was just reading an article on CoinDesk, by the way, guys. If you don't know CoinDesk, it's a great news item resource for what's happening in the crypto space. And I've just seen, and we'll cover this in a moment as well, because when we do the coin market cap, I'm going to show you why this is really relevant. But a news item today saying that the global stable coins, okay, stable coins, the cryptocurrency, I'll show you in a moment what a stable coin is, could eventually become the world reserve currencies. And that's according to the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Stable coins could become the world reserve currencies. So, you know, you are really in the right place getting involved in cryptocurrencies right now. Now I'm going to share my screen. Oh, by the way, Hader, have we got the whiteboard activated just in case I need to use a whiteboard?
I don't have the whiteboard activated on the Zoom call, but I do have the whiteboard in front of me if you want me to use it. Okay,
no problem. We may come to that, so that's okay. Let me just first of all make sure that we've got showing on your screen. If you let me know that you've got the coin market cap up there, mate.
Yes, I can see that, Terry.
Okay, first of all, who knows? Who can tell me? I mean, put your hand up. Okay, we can unmute you. Who can tell me what actually backs up fiat currency? Now, I'm showing you a £20 note from the UK, okay? But it's the same all over the world, fiat currencies, okay? You've all got your own, in most countries, still have a paper version, or you're holding it on a card. But who can tell me what backs it up? What gives it value? What gives the fiat currency value? Does anybody know? Can anybody put their hand up and tell me what gives this value? Who thinks, I mean, put your hand up if you think it's backed by gold or silver or any other assets. You see, I can't see any hands up, by the way, Hader. They all want the answer, right?
Yeah, there's no hands going up either. Yes.
In 2008, I would have been regarded as a wealthy businessman. I was driving around in a lovely Aston Martin, brand new Aston Martin, had a Porsche 911 on the drive, a Land Rover, lived in a nice big house, property all over the world. And then 2008 come along and everything crashed. And I thought then I knew what money was. I thought I knew what money was. And after 2008, I moved to Cyprus in 2008 because that crash really damaged me. So I moved to Cyprus to give myself 4 years to think about what had gone wrong. What is it that I did not understand about money? Because I thought I did. When you do the research into money that you think is money, and I'm going to come on why this is relevant in a moment in relation to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, because money is everything, right? Money is everything. Now, you may or may not know already that this note here, for example, says Bank of England. And the Bank of England is not a bank, and it's not in England either. It's in the City of London. And the City of London is not in England. In fact, the City of London is not even in the UK. The City of London is a city-state of its own. It's a country like Vatican City. Like Washington, D.C. is not part of the USA. You guys may or may not know that. But look, the City of London, I don't mean Greater London, I mean the square mile of London. The corporation of the City of London is a country of its own. It's got its own laws, it's got its own police force, it's got its own government, it's got its own everything. And not a lot of people know that. When the Queen goes to the City of London, she is not allowed to go past the gates because it's considered a new and different country. And she has to be met by the Lord Mayor of London. And the Bank of England is actually on Threadneedle Street in London, Threadneedle Street. Now, who knows the biblical term about a rich man going to heaven? Who knows the term about a rich man going to heaven? I mean, it goes something like, you know, passing a camel through the eye of a needle. Threading a camel through the eye of a needle is more chance for that happening than a rich man going to heaven, or something along those terms in the Bible. That is why the Bank of England, which is not in England and is not a bank, is on Threadneedle Street. So it's all very relevant because money is powerful. Everybody, you know, your lifeblood is money. In 1971, when fiat currency was backed by gold, and if you listen to Robert Kiyosaki, and I hope you do, he calls it God's money gold. God's money gold was an asset backing fiat currency until Richard Nixon, the president at the time, suspended the gold backing of fiat currency. Now, you might think, well, that was just the dollar, but the dollar is the world reserve currency. In other words, every single fiat currency in the world looks up to and is affected and connected to the world reserve currency, the US dollar. So although this might be a £20 note that I have in my hand, really, it's a dollar. It just has a different picture on it. And the world reserve currency issued by the Federal Reserve, which isn't federal and has no reserve, you start entering into a little bit of a crazy world. The Federal Reserve is not federal and it has no reserve, and the Bank of England is not a bank and it's not in England. So when they removed the gold standard from fiat currency in 1971, they left it naked. Fiat currency became essentially just credit. It just became credit. There is nothing that is physically backing fiat currency. And the reason that they did it to begin with was because America wanted and needed to go to war. To pay for wars, you need money. The problem with the gold backing is that you could only print the amount of dollars needed that you wanted according to your gold holding to a fraction of the gold reserve. You couldn't print anymore because that was the world agreement on money, on currency, that you could only print the amount of dollars as the world reserve currency according to the amount of gold that was held on reserve. So they had to print more money to go to war, so they removed the gold standard. So then they could print as much as they wanted to and did and still do. That is why there is trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars technically in debt. So they keep printing the money. That means inflation kicks in, whereby this note becomes a depreciating liability. It is reducing in value constantly. Fiat currency, like all fiat currencies in history, will return to its intrinsic value. And its intrinsic value now is nothing. It will return to zero. That's where all fiat currencies in history have gone to, because it is not asset backed. Nothing backing it. All we have is what you would call credit. And if you look at the word credit, it's cred. You give it cred. It means you give it belief. So the only thing backing up fiat currency is your belief that it has value, when in reality, it has none. When in reality, the Bank of England is not a bank and not in England. And in reality, the Federal Reserve is not federal and has no reserve. It's a fantasy. It's a belief system. It doesn't really exist apart from in your mind. So what does back up fiat currency? Why is it given value? It's given value by its name fiat, which means by government decree. It means by executive order. and executive orders and government decrees are issued by generals in the army. Executive orders are issued by generals. So what we have with fiat currency is a monetary system that we are using that is just credit. It's issued into circulation by private companies that we call banks, like McDonald's. But they don't make burgers, they make numbers on screens and cards and pieces of paper with pictures on them, and we give them value. So this is issued into circulation and printed to oblivion, and then the monetary system, we have to pay tax on this private money supply, because it's private money issued by private banks into circulation, borrowed by governments who write these private companies called banks a bond. And what will happen is the UK government, for example, will want to borrow from this private bank their widget money that has no value, just a belief, but the government will write a bond for 100 billion that the people will pay it back. The people as a nation in the UK will pay back the 100 billion plus interest. So then the private bank called the Bank of England, that's not a bank and not in England, but in a different country called the City of London, they print the money off in digits and paper and they issue it to the government, who issue it into circulation. But then it's got to be paid back, and it's got to be paid back with interest. That interest is called tax. So this monetary system that is borrowed or lent into circulation is instantly issued as debt, credit, because credit is debt, like a credit card. It's instantly debt. In other words, it's an IOU. We are all handing around IOUs with a monetary system that has no value apart from a belief. But we all work for it, and we all give our time and our sweat and our energy for this fiat currency. There's a private monetary supply that we rent off a private company who print it and digitize it onto cards. So the government wrote a bond to borrow this private money to rent it, because they rent it from the banks. We have to pay rental income tax. So this really is paper that is rented to the people. And as I call it, to let paper, because it's paper to let. It has no value. So what value does it really have if it has no intrinsic value? The only value that it has, and by the way, I'm coming on to CoinMarketCap and Bitcoin. I want to give you the lead in, by the way, my research into the monetary system. The only value that fiat currency has is your human energy. If you want to go a little bit deeper, your soul, your energy, your belief is what gives this value that governments by bond, which is bondage, issue to the private companies called banks that are not banks to issue this monetary supply that we all use called fiat currency, that's constantly depreciating in value, so they can take more of your energy, because you have to work harder and harder to earn more of this to let paper. And then you have people who've got 2 jobs, 3 jobs. I've met people who've got 4 jobs, who go for one job in the morning to another one in the late morning to another one in the afternoon and another one in the evening, just so they can feed their family. Because this is being depreciated in value constantly as they print more and more and more. Right now, especially for the current pandemic that we are going through, furlough payments in the UK, etc. They are borrowing and borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. So it is depreciating in value. Now, That is the monetary system that we've been using and we've been used to and we've been led to believe is real money when it's not. It's fiat currency. Here's a difference between real money and fiat currency. Real money is gold. Real money is paper backed by gold that is exchangeable for gold. That's money. That's the difference between money and fiat currency. Fiat currency is two-let paper. Real money is gold, silver, or other assets. So we've all been using two-let paper, and we still do. Back in 2008, 2009, a white paper was released by a pseudonym, anonymous person or group of people called Satoshi Nakamoto, who released Bitcoin into the world on a white paper. Now, why Bitcoin? And what's the relevance I'm talking about? Bitcoin was the world's first digital currency that operates peer-to-peer, and it's completely decentralized. In other words, decentralized means you do not have a central banking authority that issues Bitcoin. It's decentralized entirely, and it operates within nodes network of the blockchain all over the world. I'll explain that in a moment. But being completely decentralized removes it from a central authority like government and banking. And the white paper, although it doesn't say it outright, makes it very clear that these corrupt organizations have not been doing a good job. And the people need a people power currency. And that's when Bitcoin came along. Autonomous, completely decentralized. Nobody owns Bitcoin. There are organizations that like to try and control its direction, but it can never be closed down. Nobody owns it. There's no company. It is just the first unique peer-to-peer, entirely decentralized, autonomous cryptocurrency. It cannot be, and when it was launched, by the way, it cannot be duplicated, copied. It is secure. It is a cryptographic cryptocurrency. By the way, it wasn't the first one that was developed. There was others before Bitcoin that came along and just didn't get traction. One of them was actually centralized. One was called DigiCash, and the other one was called B-Money. And B-Money and DigiCash just didn't get traction. But then Bitcoin did. And Bitcoin operates on the blockchain technology. And just so that you know, the blockchain technology has been around longer than Bitcoin. Blockchain technology has been harnessed by Bitcoin to give it the distribution network. The blockchain is got many, many uses, and just one of them is cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin, the granddaddy of them all, look at the price right now. 22,713. This is the coin market cap live. $22,713. It's smashing all its previous highs. It's climbing like crazy. And what is actually happening is right now, a lot of people are starting to use it as a store of value. A store of value, like an intrinsic value, because the mining capacity to mine out Bitcoins, right now you can see the circulating supply is 18,573,000 and some change. That's mined out because you have to proof of work Bitcoin. It's a mining strategy. What they do is they use computers to crack algorithms that have been set up, and these powerful computers have to use a lot of energy to mine out Bitcoin. There'll only ever be 21 million. Right now, there's 18.5 million, and it will be another 100 years before the full 21 million is actually released and circulated. Because the algorithms to crack the codes to mine out more Bitcoin is becoming more and more difficult. So people have to employ bigger, more powerful computers to crack these algorithms. That's a lot of energy. And that energy is said, because it costs energy to get out and mine Bitcoin, it gives it its own intrinsic value from when it's mined out into circulation. So although it has no intrinsic value itself, Bitcoin, apart from its technology and the fact that it's mined out into circulation. But the mining and the mining processes are not very green. They're not very friendly to the environment. So although Bitcoin 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when it was first brought into circulation with a mining strategy, what's happening today is different ways of bringing cryptocurrencies that are more friendly to the environment. They do pre-mining coins, proof of stake, which we can cover another time, but I want to cover the coin market cap essentially today and give you a grounding in money, grounding in Bitcoin, why Bitcoin was born in the face of the banking and government systems not really managing money, but going to war and printing more and being entirely corrupt on the face because they just lie about who they are and what they do. And Bitcoin was an anonymous peer-to-peer cryptocurrency. When you first want to buy Bitcoin, going back the years, you had to go and meet somebody with a suitcase of cash or a wallet of cash to buy Bitcoin off them and do a transfer, person to person, wallet to wallet. You had to be there for it to happen. Days have changed and we've moved on a long way since then. But you could never, ever buy Bitcoin going back with debit and credit cards like you can do today. Banks do not like Bitcoin. It's decentralized. And when I say decentralized, let me explain. When you download a wallet, a Bitcoin wallet to your laptop, it becomes a node in the system and it is used throughout the entire world, throughout the whole world. Computers downloading wallets become a node in the system that carry the blockchain information relating to Bitcoin. And all the information is divided to all the computers and nodes all over the world. That means it's decentralized. There's no central point of authority for Bitcoin and BizzCoin, which is on the Ethereum blockchain, which is very much the same. But the blockchain is distributed. You may have heard the term a distributed ledger technology. So you cannot hack one node and then disrupt Bitcoin. You need to hack over 51% of the world's computers all at the same time. Now it's open source technology as well. So if this could be cracked, if this could be hacked, if this could be corrupted, it would have been proven by now in the last 10 years and Bitcoin would not be growing in value because nobody would trust it. But because it is impregnable, because the blockchain is so secure, the coin is growing in value and has become a value of its own intrinsically by the fact of its technology. Now, the world is moving on in relation to cryptocurrencies as well, because if you've been on my presentations, you'll know that I normally quote 7,500 cryptocurrencies in circulation. Let me cover the coin market cap page. You can see right now there's over 8,000. So it's gone up over 500 in the last few months. Why? Because cryptocurrency is really becoming fundamental to people's monetary systems, the way the world is working, going digital. Let me explain how CoinMarketCap works, because CoinMarketCap is the site everybody goes to research cryptocurrencies. If you're not on the CoinMarketCap, in all likelihood, you're not even really a coin. Now, you might be waiting to get on the CoinMarketCap, that's different. But if you are not on the CoinMarketCap and no prospect of being, you're not really a cryptocurrency. And in fact, there are cryptocurrencies on the CoinMarketCap that are not really cryptocurrencies. And cryptocurrencies are divided into certain categories. And I mentioned stable coins. BizzCoin is a utility coin. And I'll tell you the difference in a moment. Bitcoin is not an altcoin. It's a unique coin. It doesn't have an ecosystem as such. Although you can buy many things with Bitcoin, absolutely you can. People accept Bitcoin. You can put it onto cards and spend it. It does not have a dedicated ecosystem. So if you're not a Bitcoin, you're an altcoin. That's the difference we have. If you're a Bitcoin, that's unique. All the other coins are altcoins, alternative coins. 8,040 of them. So the 8,040 are all listed and they are ranked and they're graded on the coin market cap. You come here to do all your due diligence on a cryptocurrency. Now let's have a look at I won't do because markets, they go along the top line. Markets is all the trading pairs in the world that's trading, that you can trade with Bitcoin and all these top cryptocurrencies. Okay, so we don't need to cover markets, but this is important, the market cap. That's why this website is called market cap, which means market capitalization. All the cryptocurrencies in the world, 8,041 of them, what are they worth? What are they actually physically, valuably worth right now, trading live on the markets? What's the total value? The total value of 8,041 cryptos is $657 billion, okay? Just over. $657 billion, that's the worth, the market worth of all these cryptocurrencies right now. And in volume that is being traded, $261 billion being traded. When it says Bitcoin dominance, of the $657 billion of the market capitalization, 65.4% of that is Bitcoin. And you can, if you go down the screen a little, you'll see market cap $431 billion, which is 65.4% of the entire cryptocurrency world. So Bitcoin dominates it. Now, how do we get to the market cap? Why is the market cap important? This is what ranks your coin. This is where you are going to get looked at. You're going to get looked at your circulating supply and what your price of the coin is according to the free market. Now let's look at Bitcoin first as an example, and then we'll move on to BizzCoin. Bitcoin, if you look at the price today, is 22,000. Let me click on Bitcoin. Guys, you might want your calculators or a pen, but if you look at Bitcoin, the price right now is 22,664, if I can keep up, dollars for one single Bitcoin. Now, you're not going to buy a Bitcoin, a derivative, unless you've got the money, you could, but most people buy a derivative of Bitcoin. They might buy 100 euros worth of Bitcoin. And the derivative of Bitcoin is Satoshis. Like you have pounds and pence, or pounds and pennies, you have Bitcoins and Satoshis. Like you got dollars and cents, Bitcoins, Satoshis. So most people do not buy a full Bitcoin, they buy Satoshis, they buy a quantity of Bitcoin, a derision of the value. And now look at the circulating supply, 18,573,668. Now, if you've got your calculator, if you look at the circulating supply, that's how many single coins are out there in the public, going around, being traded right now, issued into wallets. And then you times that by the price, 22,601, that will give you the current market capitalization. How much is the Bitcoin worth in the market as a whole that's in circulation today, according to the price it's trading at? Well, that market cap right now, 419 billion, puts it at number one. And it's always been number one. It's the granddaddy, but there are other things to look at here that are going on with other cryptos. So when you are looking to do your due diligence, you look at the circulating supply. circulating supply is really important. You've got to have more coins in circulation to the price that you are charging, or you are live on the market, to get your market cap increased. And when you do, you increase your ranking. So let's have a look at our coin. Let's have a look at Biz. Now, you see our circulating supply. If you've got your pens and calculators there, you'll see what I mean. We are ranked 842. That's our current ranking. Our circulating supply is 4,360,000. Now, we know we have to increase as we roll into phase 2 of BizzCoin. We know we have to increase the circulating supply to increase the market cap and the price of the coin. That's why on the 1st of January, we are increasing and encouraging people to do more transactions on the blockchain. We are on the Ethereum blockchain, by the way, not the Bitcoin blockchain. We are on the Ethereum blockchain. We need to create more transactions. Therefore, when we do the transactions on the blockchain, we are increasing our circulating supply, and the price will increase and then improve our ranking. Do the numbers, guys. You'll see that right now the circulating supply, 4.3 million times the price, $87 will give you the market cap of 3,846,000, ranking us at 842 out of 8,000 and now 43 cryptocurrencies, because another 2 have just come online. You are in the right place, guys. So we're already ranked 842 out of well over 8,000 cryptocurrencies, and we're now rolling into phase 2 to increase our circulating supply and the value of our coin in the market. And we are growing our ecosystem. And I think you heard Mariam say there's some really good news coming from Istanbul very soon as well. So we're aiming to get a maximum supply of 80 million. We have a type of deflationary model. We can burn coins. We can burn coins within the ecosystem. So although more coins are being released, we can burn the coins that are being used in the ecosystem. That's a strategy that can come in later, but it can keep a circulating supply of around 80 million. And when we reach 80 million, and then the price of the coin is increasing because our circulating supply is going up, that's when we start to become better ranked and more of a household name. And when we get into the top 100, because let me show you something on the coin market cap. The first page of the coin market cap is the first 100 cryptocurrencies. Now it's like going onto Google. When you search Google for anything, you normally only look at page 1. So you need your cryptocurrency to be on page 1. This is the first thing that we're going to be looking at achieving, page 1. When we're on page 1, then we're flying. So to do that, what we've done is we've already launched on 5 quality cryptocurrency exchanges. These tie in with the price and free market value of your coin. If you have a look at exchanges, again, on CoinMarketCap, spot exchanges, there are different exchanges for cryptocurrencies, but the main ones are spot. And those that do spot also do derivatives and also do DeFi. But the exchanges you will see here, the top one right now here is Binance. All these exchanges, let me show you how many there are. There are listed 309 cryptocurrency exchanges that are operating 24/7, trading 8,041 cryptocurrencies overall. It is a massive industry that has only been around like this for a couple of years, and most people don't even know it's going on. Most people are oblivious to what's happening in the crypto space, which is going to give you guys the edge. It's given me the edge. getting involved 10 years ago, you are still in a prime position to have the edge in learning about crypto and how it is growing in the markets. And why? Because this stuff is letting you down. This stuff is a depreciating liability going down in value, whilst digital assets are going up in value. So you should be joining the savvy. These exchanges, 309 and growing. Remember, we've got our own exchange. It will be appearing on the CoinMarketCap in the future, but it's a massive, massive industry. And what the cryptocurrencies do when they list, they want to list on an exchange. Then they get seen. Then they try and make it into the top 100 cryptos. Then your price and value of your coin starts to rocket. Guys, that's where we're going. That's the CoinMarketCap. I hope you enjoyed and understand a little bit more about fiat currency, why we do digital currency, the power of being decentralized, and where we are going with BizzCoin, which has got a great ecosystem, decentralized cryptocurrency operating on the Ethereum blockchain, which some people think that because we are a regulated cryptocurrency licensed out of Estonia, that the currency is not decentralized. Well, it is. The issuance of the coin. The issuance of the coin is regulated. Once the coin is on the blockchain, it is entirely and completely decentralized. You own it, nobody else. You put it in your Biz wallet, then it's yours. And get it on the exchanges, trade it, and monetize it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, I'm happy to take them. We keep it at a basic level in relation to cryptocurrencies. I hope that was beneficial to people. Hader?
Wow. Amazing information there from our Vice President of Sales, our crypto expert, Terry James. So many applause there for Terry James. Thank you very much, Terry. It's always an honor to have you on the call and to listen to you. Now, yes, there has been a lot of information that has been shared by Terry James. So we have recorded this meeting for you. I will be posting this on the YouTube channel so you can watch it over again in your own time. Now, in the meantime, please, guys, if you have any questions, please do raise your hand. And Terry James is still here, and he can answer any of your questions. Does anybody have any questions in regards to what Terry has just mentioned? While we are waiting, okay, there's something that I probably want to share with everybody on the call.
When you
go ahead, Terry.
No, that wasn't me, mate.
That was your YouTube channel.
You got some questions there from Jacques and Beverly. I have to go now anyway, but it's been great meeting you tonight.
Let's hear from Beverly. Hi, Beverly. How you doing?
I'm fine. You still here, Terry?
I'm just about to go, actually. Bev, it's been a long night.
Okay, I hope you're both well. Right, so I was just thinking back to when I first heard about Bitcoin and then coming up through the years. I thought that I heard that there were people hacking Bitcoin wallets and stealing Bitcoin. Is that true? Because it kind of seemed like you were saying that it couldn't be done. But then, yeah, I was hearing people saying that they themselves had been hacked.
Well, there's two sort of hackings that you would have heard about. Exchanges being hacked and having their wallets hacked, because what they've done is they've held the crypto or the Bitcoin or other crypto in a hot wallet on the exchanges. One of the first exchanges that was hacked for a lot of Bitcoin, and I think it was Mt. Gox. I think it's called Mt. Gox. A lot of people lost millions and millions from Mt. Gox because the exchange was hacked and they were holding their Bitcoin in hot wallets. Now, if you hold your Bitcoin in a hot wallet, online or something like as close to online, then yes, that can get hacked and you can have your Bitcoins removed, or you give your personal keys away. Some people give their personal keys away because they fall victim to a phishing attack or a deceptive person speaking to them saying, oh yes, you know, all you have to do is just give me the access to your Bitcoin wallet and I can put some Bitcoins in there for you. And remarkably, a lot of people fall for that, and they give them their private keys and they get into their wallet and then they hack their wallet. But the blockchain where the coins are held on is impregnable, and if it wasn't, the trust in Bitcoin wouldn't be there.
That include, I mean, a Biz wallet would also be secure.
Yes, but unless you give your private keys away. So the wallets are secure, but a lot of people give their private keys away because they might, and we warn about this as a company. If you get an email purporting to be from the company saying, all you have to do is give us your wallet address and keys, and we will credit your wallet with X amount of Bitcoin, that's a phishing attack. They're going to get, and sadly, a lot of people have been falling for that in the past, and they give their private keys and they have their wallets emptied. But the wallet itself cannot be hacked unless you give your private keys away. Now, the hot wallets on the exchanges are different. They have been hacked and the coins have been removed, but that's the way that some of the exchanges have been working. They use hot wallets.
Are we better off keeping our coins on the platform wallet, you know, like profit wallet, commission wallet, or should we transfer them once we've got them there to the physical Biz wallet?
Now, that's a really good question. What you should do when you have them freely available to move is put them into your wallet and move them onto the blockchain. The coin representative coins you see on your dashboard are not on the blockchain. They're not on the circulating supply blockchain. So they have to be brought into supply, and they do that, we do that, by you requesting your coins to be moved into your wallet. Then they've got to be put onto the blockchain, and then they go live and secure in your Biz wallet. And then that increases our circulating supply, then it increases the price of the coin, and it increases and improves our ranking in the markets. That's what we're trying to achieve.
Okay, cool. All right, so just move them all across as you get them.
Yes, that's right. Okay, move them across as soon as you get them. Yeah.
Yeah. So move them. Yeah, move them into your wallet.
Does it cost anything to do that?
Move them.
Does it cost anything to do that?
Yeah, there's a fee, 5% fee to move Biz coins and withdraw them to your wallet.
We can just about hear Beverly.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. A great questions coming from Beverly, as always.
As always, she has really good questions. She scares me.
Okay, let's hear from Jacques from St. Martin. Jacques, how you doing?
What's going on, brother? What's going on, everybody?
Yeah,
Hey, Jack. Good to see you, mate.
All right. Sorry for getting on the call a little bit late today, but I've been busy doing a lot of runarounds. A question. When we purchasing Bitcoins from off the X market platform, right? That is purchasing them individually, right? Not packs.
Yeah, Hader?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's individually. So when you buy Bitcoins from X markets, it's individually, yes. So you can choose how much.
Okay, so the only other way to buy packs is through
our system.
Yeah, through the system. So which is PayPal.
If you want to buy packages through BizzCoin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because the reason why I'm asking, the reason why I'm asking is because, say for instance, if somebody wants to buy them individually, right, and they don't necessarily have a pack, because we know every Monday we have to click the button for us to get our profit share.
Yeah.
Right. So if a person buys them individually, there's no way they can be clicking a button every Monday.
No, that's not. No. So they've got
Right.
the BizzCoins in the exchange. Sorry, they've got in the wallet. So it's like buying and selling. They can sell it. They don't make it in profit share. So they have to sell it on the exchange when they buy it themselves. The benefit of them buying the
Okay.
package, it will last for 52 trading weeks. You get profit share.
Uh-huh.
Profit share will increase in coin value as the coin value grows too. And also there's the option of them making an active income if they share the opportunity with other people about the BizzCoin. Because if they was to go direct onto the exchange and
Yeah.
share it with somebody, they're not going to benefit from that.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, can I just go back
right.
to the coin market cap? I want to cover stable coins. You just jogged my memory about stable coins, and it's going to be very important. So I want to just share my screen, guys, and go back to the coin market cap very quickly and show you the world's leading stable coin. Let me go to cryptocurrencies. The world's leading stable coin is US dollar Tether. Now, this is interesting because if you look at US dollar Tether, okay, it's ranked number 4 in the world. But if you look at the the volume that's traded and compare it to Bitcoin, the traded volume is 106 billion. The traded volume of Bitcoin is 70 billion. So what you're looking at with a stable coin, and with a stable coin, what we mean is it has a stagnant and static value. US dollar Tether is always valued at around $1. It doesn't go any further, it doesn't go any lower, but its value is $1. And if you look at the trading that's been done in this stable coin, it's like 1.5 times of Bitcoin traded in Tether. So why? Why is the traded volume of Tether, the stable coin, 1.5 times the volume traded in Bitcoin? Let me tell you, what people do with Tether and other stable coins, there's more stable coins than Tether. Tether has got 19 circulating supply, 19.997 billion stable coins. That means that Tether are claiming that they have nearly $20 billion in a bank, and they are backing their coins to the value of $1, no more, no less, around $1, constantly with their banked money that they have. So why do people trade it and have this volume when it's only $1? Because Bitcoin, as you're seeing right now, is very volatile. And so are many, many other cryptocurrencies. And what happens is people who are trading, for example, Bitcoin, because it's a good example right now, climbing so high in just a matter of days, there are traders that will be doing the analysis thinking, you know what, Bitcoin could drop by $3,000 tomorrow, perhaps, right? By their analysis, that might be what they're thinking. They may be drawing their charts and seeing that. And the same with many other cryptos. So what they do is they move their Bitcoin into a stable coin where it retains the value of $1. So they keep the value, and then they can move it back out of Tether, back out of the stable coin, back into another cryptocurrency or the same crypto. That means they are doing a lot of trading in and out of the dollar Tether stable coin. So it's always worth around $1, and it's backed up by banked $20 billion. So audited, that's Tether. There are other stable coins in the market. There are gold stable coins in the market, and they always retain their value at the dollar or the price of gold or even the price of diamonds or whatever it is with these stable coins. So stable coins, that's why I mentioned at the beginning, CoinDesk is saying stable coins could become the world reserve currencies of the future. So you could be looking at Tether as a world reserve currency. But the thing is that stable coins are becoming more and more popular for the people who've got the assets to back them. So bigger volume, Tether, than Bitcoin. Stable coins, keep an eye out. Okay, thank you. I'll stop sharing on that note. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Terry, for sharing that. Fantastic. We've got more information about stablecoins as well. Okay, anybody else has any questions? Waleed has raised his hand. Waleed, how are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, Waleed, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. How are you? You okay?
Yeah, great, thank you, great,
Good.
thank you.
Right, a question for Terry.
Yes.
Hello, Terry. How are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Waleed. How can I help you?
Good. Right. What's the difference between being on Binance and any other exchange?
Trading volumes really with the exchanges. If I go back to the exchanges, let me share my screen. Go to the exchanges, one moment. You've got all these. First of all, you've got all these different types of exchanges with spot. But spot is the one where you're swapping between currencies. Okay, doing the main trading.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, the volume of trading that's going on Binance in the last 24 hours, 13 billion.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that means a lot of people are trading a lot of volume on Binance, which means a lot of traders are using it. So your coin is more likely to be seen and traded on this type of exchange platform. That's why a lot of coins try to get to the bigger volume exchanges. Because if I go down to the bottom and let's say I go down to 205, you can see, well, that's still 4 billion, isn't it? They're still
I see.
trading 4 billion, even on an exchange down at over 200.
So Binance has a better reputation, you think?
We're not doing much volume at all. And you see, that's why you've got to wait for the bigger exchanges where the volume is happening, where the traders are on board, because maybe they're there because the fees are better or whatever. And there's more trading pairs going on. So you can trade between the pairs that you want to trade with. Well, that's why we target the bigger exchanges, trading volume. Does that make sense?
Brilliant. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you very much, Waleed. Talking about Binance, obviously, we've got some amazing stuff coming up very soon in regards to BizzCoin being on exchanges. And it's just a matter of time, really, isn't it, Terry? Terry knows more information.
It is only a matter of time, mate. Absolutely right.
Yeah,
We've got some breaking news on the exchange coming up soon.
Yes, that's right. Does anybody has any more questions? Wow. A lot of information being shared by Terry James today. Thank you again, Terry.
Thank you.
Hey, if nobody has any more questions, I think we will end the call. Now, guys, just want to mention, I am here at the Birmingham Operations Office. So if any of you would want to visit, anybody who's locally here in the UK, well, you don't have to be in the UK. You can travel anywhere around the world to come to see us, guys, okay? It's an open invitation for everybody. Now, even if you know anybody here in the UK or even in Birmingham, you can get them to come and see me at the office, arrange a meeting. I will present them for you, or if there's any existing members, I will train them up for you, okay? And then we can get them joined up through your referral link. So happy to help you guys to build your businesses. And it's like what majority of the leaders are doing right now. Okay, big shout out going out to all those people who have contacted me and have said, hey there, we need to set up team calls. Can we do that? So a big shout out going out to Tawanda, Yasmin, Samreen, Lloyd as well, Yvette. I know Crispin and Collins have been doing team calls as well. So shout out to you. Enika, I know you've been doing it from the very beginning. So well done to you. Keep it up. Sweden call yesterday, Hungarian call today, Q&A calls. So keep up the great work, guys. I think Beverly, we need to get those team calls continued. I know we had about over 30, 40 people on the call that when we first started doing the team call. So let's continue to build onto that as well, because it's very good for people to get more information and updates about the company. Okay. So who else we got on the call? Got Samir on the call. Samir, I need to catch up with you very soon. Your stickers for your taxi will be ready soon as well. Terry, we're getting some BizzTrade stickers on some taxis very soon as well, some black cabs. Okay, there is Samir.
Hey, fantastic, mate. Good.
Yeah, that's
I see
great.
Hassan's got a question, by the way.
Yes. I'm just gonna get to Hassan now as well. Okay, Hassan, how you doing?
How are you, Haider? How are you, Terry? Good afternoon, everyone. Good
Good,
evening.
thank you.
I'm good, mate. Thank you.
My quick question if Bitcoin value increases like today, for example, to $22,000 or $23,000, does it affect Bitcoin positively or negatively? If like the increasing of Bitcoin value, it increase also Bitcoin value, or it goes down the Bitcoin?
Well, there's two things going on: the value and price of BizzCoin and the fact that it's connected to Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin is climbing in value, it can positively influence the value of our coin. But we don't want to just be living on the shirt tails just of Bitcoin. We want to have our own standing in the market. We are priced in Satoshis. So the price of Satoshis could potentially, as Satoshi's increase in value, the value of our coin could come down slightly because the Satoshis are going up in value. So you don't need as many Satoshis to get to the same price of the coin. So it can impact positively. And when the Bitcoin is going down, it can impact negatively. But we've also got our own standing in the market because obviously we're not Bitcoin. So we do have, but we are connected to Bitcoin. That's why if I go back, let me share my screen again, because you'll see on the coin market cap with the cryptocurrencies, you can see that when Bitcoin goes up, all the other ones go up as well in the main. And these are stable coins, by the way. US dollar coin is a stable coin. They just stay where they are. But you can see as Bitcoin goes up, there's an influence on all the other cryptocurrencies, more or less also increasing in value. So yes, a slight increase in value would occur with Bitcoin as well, but we're not guided only by the price of Bitcoin.
Okay, what if the Bitcoin goes down again back to like a 20 or 18 or $16,000? There will
be a slight. There will be a slight, because we're priced in Satoshis. There will be a slight impact on Bitcoin as well.
Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Hassan. Thank you. A great question there. Now, guys, I just want to share something, share a video with you. Many people know about it, some people don't. And, you know, have a look at it. You know, it's quite interesting.
Honestly thought it would be real.
How'd you get this idea to trade Bitcoin for pizza?
I just honestly thought it would be really cool if I could say, hey, I just traded this, you know, open source internet money for a real world good. And I thought, you know, what better thing than food? Food is a basic necessity. And, you know, pizza, every geek understands pizza.
So how did you actually buy a pizza?
You know, I just posted on the forum. I said, you know, if anybody's interested, I'm offering 10,000 Bitcoins in exchange for some pizza. And somebody there said, hey, I'll take you up on that offer. So I sent him the 10,000 Bitcoin. I said, okay, here it is. You know, I'm waiting for my pizza. And, you know, he phoned it in, he paid with his credit card, and the pizza showed up at my door. Here you can see the original pizzas, and that's my daughter's hand. She was a year old.
Wow. So you paid 10,000 Bitcoins for one pizza?
It was two pizzas, actually.
Oh, you got two pizzas out of it.
And I mean, you know, maybe the person spent $30, $40, something like that.
What would it be worth today?
$80 million, I don't know.
$80 million.
Wow.
A lot. People laugh at that, but at the time it wasn't worth anything.
Right. Is it true some people celebrate the anniversary of the day you bought the pizza?
Yeah, May 22nd, Bitcoin Pizza Day. So
It's called Bitcoin Pizza Day.
it is.
Raise your pizza. Raise your pizza. Raise your pizza. Toast to the one and only Laszlo. Thanks for being here and coming, and thanks for inspiring International Bitcoin Pizza Day. This is awesome. Cheers to you.
That's kind of cool though, that around the world, people who know about it celebrate what you did, May 22nd.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to kind of have a holiday in my honor.
I'm gonna mark it down on my calendar.
Do the maths on that now.
Yes.
10,000 Bitcoins at $23,000 each.
Oh, 230 million.
Let's have a look. 230 million.
Yes, Jack.
Who would pay 230 million for 2 pizzas?
At that time, that was the value of the coins. You know, nobody.
That's right.
He would
That's
owe that
exactly right.
that much. Okay, nobody knew. Nobody knew. So, guys, what are you waiting for? How many people can you pick up the phone with and say, "Have you heard about the story of a guy who bought pizzas? And do you know what the value of those pizzas would have been today? What value of the pizzas? Value of the coins would have been today?" You know, yes, we missed out on the opportunity, but you know, I have an opportunity for you. Let me share something with you. Let me tell you what I've been up to. Maybe there might be majority of you might be on this call who are probably skeptical at the very beginning. I let them know, tell them your story. Say, look, you know what? I was a bit umming and ahhing when I first joined, but you know, now I got some knowledge behind it. Now I want to share this with you because I know that there's many people who missed out on the Bitcoin opportunity, and now where Bitcoin is today, we have an opportunity which is starting better than how Bitcoin started with BizzCoin. So for those people who are new in the business, let your sponsor, let your team leader do the work for you. For those who are already experienced, go out there with full force and tell them about an amazing opportunity and what it has done for you. So guys, on that note, I'd like to thank everybody who have been on this call. I even like to thank those people who left this call, because we did have approximately 50 people in the call. Special thank you going out to Terry James. Thank you very much, Terry. Also, in the next hour and 45 minutes, we have the first High Flyers USA call today at 11 p.m. UK time. So if anybody is still awake, you're more than welcome to join us. Or in fact, if you know anybody in the USA who are definitely still awake, because it's afternoon, evening time for them, make sure you share the details. They are available on the Telegram channel. Share the details to them. Get them onto the on the call, and you know, maybe tomorrow when you wake up, you can follow up with them with any of the questions. Okay. So guys, USA call. I'm sure every single one of you may know one person at least who lives in the USA. And maybe, who knows, it could be that one person, isn't it, Terry? That could be that one person, that it could be another Ali Mavani or Farid Ladani or Anwar Qureshi from USA or Maher Awad. You never know.
The next penthouse winner or the first.
Exactly. It could be the next the first penthouse winner. Okay, so guys, never judge a book by its cover. Okay, those who you think will, won't. Those who you think won't, who are they, Yvette? Those you think who won't, will.
Hello, Hader.
Hello, Yvette. You okay?
Yeah, I'm great. Sorry, I got a bit of background noise going on here as well.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I had some background noise on a Zoom call earlier on, and I said to them, you know what? This is why we love this business, because we can do this business from wherever we are, whether we're in our homes, whether we're in a holiday, whether we're in our back gardens, okay, or in a swimming pool. We can do this business, or even on the beach.
Absolutely, and learned so much from Terry's presentation about CoinMarketCap and the history of money. It was very informative, and I'm sure a lot of people learned a lot of things as well, and I certainly learned a lot as well. So thank you very much for that.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, Terry, there's a couple of people on this call who want to say thank you to you as well.
Oh, well, thank you so much, guys. It's an absolute honor and a privilege to be in a position to be able to impart this information I have and the education that I've gleaned over money. And I hope you take advantage of that information and research it yourself and realize that what we're actually got our hands on with a decentralized cryptocurrency is being powered up to the future. We're in the right place, guys, before the right time.
Yes, 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 definitely. Okay, guys, High Flights family, thank you very much, everybody, again. Have a safe night or safe day, morning, wherever you are around the world. A big shout out going to Fel promoter from Hong Kong. It's probably like God knows what time in the morning, and she's on this call. So well done to you. So, guys, thank you very much, everybody. Biz, biz, biz,
BizzCoin.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.